What up, guys? It's your boy Paul. I'm back, man, and we are on the last episode of The Crown. The last episode. Now, I know they're coming out with a season 5, and I'm ready for that. But dang, man, a journey has ended again. We got done with Game of Thrones, we got done with Avatar, and now we're done with The Crown. Wow. Dude, we've been watching so many shows together, so many movies together, and I appreciate you guys, man. It's been dope. I just put a poll out to see what the next one is, and we'll see. We'll start watching that too. But I'm excited to finish to see how we end. I'm kind of sad though, because I don't get to jump right into the next one. But you bet that when season 5 come out, I'm going to watch that. And with the new cast too, yeah, this will be dope. I'm ready. Now I'm going to be with you guys, man, sitting Jones and waiting for it to come out. But let's go ahead and get into this last episode, because we got to figure out what's going on with Diana, what's going on with Charles, their marriage. We got Margaret Thatcher and the Queen and their little scuffle. So let's see where we're at.
Is there anything Sir Geoffrey is likely to say this afternoon that could influence Mr. Heseltine on whether to throw his hat in the ring?
It's Mr. Heseltine right there, I'm guessing.
That our bats have been broken before the game by the team captain.
Dang.
The time has come for others to consider their own response to the tragic conflict of loyalties with which I have myself wrestled.
We resign. You're leaving. Can't handle it. I can't handle the tension between her thoughts and his thoughts about how the government should be run.
So, I hope you agree. It leaves me with no option but to start a formal separation.
Caesar.
I'm sorry, we're in the middle of an important conversation.
He called on Conservative MPs to consider what he described as their conflict of loyalties.
House delivered a stinging indictment of Thatcher in the House.
All right, so this was tough on her. She broken.
Was an act of treachery.
Dang. That music too, bro. It be making stuff seem so dramatic, bro. Wow. That's so messed up, man. He thinks that she is the only one that's been unfaithful, when it's most definitely been Dude the whole time. Of course, they've never really showed that she was unfaithful. Or he was unfaithful. It just showed that he be hanging out with that girl, calling her all the time. Except that one day, whenever they went to his house, he had those pictures of that girl. I mean, and she had slips and stuff in the covers. Yeah, that proves he was unfaithful.
I'll see you at Christmas. Goodbye.
Yeah, how do they deal with that? His parents, that's weird. So difficult. I guess like any normal kid that has parents that are separated, because that's technically what they be doing, separation. They live in different houses.
The past few months, you've barely been in a fit state psychologically to go to the hairdresser, although I gather you've still found time to see certain other people.
I think this conversation's gone as far as it can.
You were the one who insisted on talking. I always said silence was preferable.
That fool messed up. That's jacked up. He mean-hearted, mean-natured.
You don't think we should briefly discuss that speech?
Which speech?
To discuss the crisis in the Gulf.
What? Not the fact that she'd just been knifed in the back by one of her longest-standing allies.
Yeah, I asked her about that.
Petty rivalries and resentments being played out at the level of the schoolyard. We should not dignify an insignificant
internal party squabble with any more of our precious time.
That's so funny, dude. I like it got the little voice for her. An insignificant squabble for our precious time.
There will be enough votes against her and enough abstentions to damage her seriously.
Oh, I see. Not enough to stop it going to a second ballot.
Oh, it's betrayal of the very wise guy.
She thought it ain't nothing.
Have them brought into me. One by one.
She ain't playing, dude. She fired all them people the first time. And now she like gonna speak down on them.
The Princess of Wales's health is exemplary. Mental health. The Princess of Wales is well aware of what's required of her and is very much looking forward to the trip.
That dude, he a jerk, bro. That's messed up, man. He got that smirk on his face, too. That ain't cool, man.
Perhaps if your methods were less confrontational.
And if you'd consulted with Cabinet rather than ruling by decree.
Your rejection of Cork
and your total disregard for the centre ground
leaves you vulnerable. The time might have come for some new blood.
Hey, they say talking real to
in everyone's best interests if you were to stand down.
Cause she's a hammer, man. She, like you said, consult instead of dictate.
Bastards. Bloody lot of them. Murderers.
He's a good husband too. Look at him. He crying, weeping with her, man. That's really dope.
We may act in the national self-interest.
How might I help?
By dissolving Parliament.
Have you consulted Cabinet on this matter?
I have not, ma'am.
Surely that would be the normal course of action. Technically, it is within your power to request this. But we must all ask ourselves when to exercise those things that are within our power and when not to. Power is nothing without authority. And at this moment, your cabinet is against you. Your party is against you. And if the polls are to be believed, if you were to call a general election today, you would not win, which suggests the country is against you.
But this job is my only true passion, stolen from me so cruelly.
She, I don't know what to tell you. She shouldn't have been so mean. She just got that vibe, though, that she does what she want to do, and she knows best about everything.
Just hates me and wants me to fail. Why did I agree to this trip? I'm going to fall flat on my face.
Who is that guy? Her secretary? Princess Diana. Dirty Diana! Man, how can you fail? Look at all those people, man. They just care and love you. But she does look super sad. She's got to put that smile on. Boom. Oh, she's not doing as good. She was like, in the last one, she was. But this one, she's not as joyous. I wonder what her job is doing. What is she over there for? Dang, dude, I feel for Diana, man. It's so bad. That's so sad, man. Because this wasn't like really even anything. She just thought she was falling in love, you know. But it wasn't that way. It was a scheme by the whole family. I guess I, in a way, feel bad for Charles, but Diana's trying to make the best of it, and Charles is trying to destroy her, man. That's the difference. That's jacked up. She gonna go hang out with the hood. Hang out in the hood, homie. She in the hood, homie. She gonna come out. Hey. She went to the hood, homie.
A modest hospital on the wrong side of Harlem. Very few American politicians have ever even thought to visit. But today, this is the final stop on Princess Diana's whirlwind tour.
She going through the hood, homie. That's dope.
Many of the children have been abandoned. They desperately need foster parents, but people are too afraid to take them.
What disease? He like trying to smile. It really looks like she's heartbroken over this.
We love her. She's beautiful. She's warm.
She's perfect. They don't want her there. We would love to have her here.
When she hugged that boy in the hospital, nearly broke my heart.
Prince Charles is a lucky man, you know what I'm saying? Princess knows how to make people feel good, and that is a God-given talent. Am I right?
She never fails, man. He said, we know how to make her feel good, and that's a God-given talent.
You put me in a popularity contest against her. I will lose. That's all people want. A fairy tale.
If they knew the truth about our feelings for one another, they'd have their fairy tale.
No.
No, they wouldn't do.
To be the protagonist of a fairy tale, you must first be wronged. She's the Princess of Wales. She's a future queen, the mother to a future king. And I'm just...
my one true love.
A mistress.
Dang. She's a history of mistresses. Dang.
But then the Iron Lady's composure almost broke. Watch her face as she reaches her car.
The Iron Lady. Bro, they said that iron facade was broken.
Martin,
She
could you ask
fell.
could you ask Mrs. Thatcher to come and see me?
She's no longer the Prime Minister, huh? 11 years.
The way you dealt with all your stuffy, rather patronizing, grey-haired men and saw them all off.
Well, they've had their revenge now.
I was shocked by the way in which you were forced to leave office. And I wanted to offer my sympathy, not just as Queen to Prime Minister, but woman to woman. Throughout the time we worked together, people tended to focus on our many differences.
Yeah. They had differences.
Which was lazy and misleading, I think, and overlooked the many things we actually do have in common. Our devotion to this country that we both love. So, with that in mind, the Order of Merit is not awarded by some faceless committee.
Wow.
It comes at the personal discretion of the sovereign.
Hey.
And is in... Now, it's normally handed over in the box. But if you would allow me...
It is, man. That's an accomplishment, dude. But what they say? It says you live long enough to become the villain.
Congratulations.
And that has made her feel so good. To be honored by the sovereign. In such a magnificent, great way. And that's something you don't just give just because you feel bad about somebody or have sympathy. You give that because it's a real thing. They deserve it. And the honor they receive from it is real. She didn't even put it back in the box, homie. She walked out with it on. She like, boop, boop, boop. Bro, she was like, I'm gonna dissolve Parliament, dog, so I can stay in power. Oh my gosh. Oh, dang. But she listened to the Queen and did nothing this time. Is she gonna yell at her for hugging the little kid that's sick?
That I didn't fall totally flat on my face. So I can only imagine that you've come here to apologize.
We're all glad you're back where you belong without too much damage having been done. The exquisite selfishness of your motives. Calculated vulgarity of the antics. You think we couldn't do that too? Theatrically hug the wretched and the dispossessed and cover ourselves in glory all over the front pages.
I doubt it. You barely find it in yourselves to hug your own.
I hug who I want to.
Why would I care about her?
Because I care about her! And you hurt her.
Oh, she happy about that, though.
That is who my priority is.
Not the mother of your children.
Don't bring the boys into this.
Not the woman you married!
I refuse to be blamed any longer for this grotesque misalliance! If you have a complaint about not being loved or appreciated in this marriage, I suggest you take it up with the people who arranged it.
Well, technically she has done that. She's talked to us. Christmas. Her son's coming back, little William. That's so messed up, though. He's like, he just hugged that kid just because. So she could get all these pictures taken and be on the front page. But she truly had compassion. And then he's like, I could have done that too. Man, come on, man. It's like they don't even like hugs in that family. They couldn't have done that. And the queen wouldn't have, but that's just not who she is. She didn't even want to go to that daggum, them kids when all that whole thing, everybody died. She couldn't shed a tear. That's tough. Oh, Diana actually gonna go and talk to the queen about this marriage, huh?
Well, I'm sure no one told you, but I made a request through my office for us to find a moment to speak together. In private.
That's jacked up. She's the queen. Man, that's just so weird, dude. She won't even speak to her own daughter-in-law.
You and your wife ambushing me everywhere I go, with anxious looks in your eyes wanting to talk. Fine, let's talk. Might I request we do it like privy councillors? On our feet, to keep it brief.
Man, that's tough, dude.
My very best, and I am suffering.
No, you are not suffering. We're all suffering having to put up with this. No one, not a single breathing living soul anywhere, sees cause for suffering.
They would if they knew.
Knew what? They know that you betray your wife and make no attempt to hide it. They know that thanks to you, she has psychological problems and eats or doesn't eat, or whatever it is she does or doesn't do. They know that you are a spoilt, immature man, endlessly complaining, unnecessarily. Married to a spoilt, immature woman, endlessly complaining, unnecessarily. And we are all heartily sick of it.
And if I want to separate?
You will not separate or divorce or let the side down in any way. And if one day you expect to be king...
I do.
Then might I suggest you start to behave like one.
Oh, dang. Dang. Yeah, he is like a little kid, man. Bogusness. He didn't even get to say anything, man. My goodness. Mama told him off. As a mother. She was gonna give her a hug, but she looked out like, don't touch me, don't touch me. When Diana came up to her, calling her mama. And, you know, he don't want to talk to his dad. But his dad wants to talk to him.
I came to see if you were all right. You can be a rough bunch in this family. Well, let me ask, what does it feel like?
A cold, frozen tundra.
Right. Like that, then.
Icy, dark, with no light, no hope, anywhere. Not even the faintest crack.
Oh, you're getting a crack right now, though. A little crack.
He will come around. Eventually. When he realizes that you can never have the other one. But it'd help you to realize we all think he's quite mad.
That might have reassured me once. If this family can't give me the love and security that I feel I deserve, I have no option but to break away.
I wouldn't do that if I were
Why
you.
not?
I can't see it ending well for you.
Listen, I can't see it ending well for you. Oh my gosh, bro. What are they gonna do? What does that mean? I can't
Although
see
we
it
are
ending
both
well.
outsiders who married in, you and I are quite different.
You're right to call me an outsider. And after all these years, I still am. We all are. Everyone in this system is a lost, lonely, irrelevant outsider. Apart from the one person, the only person that matters. Your problem, if I may say, is you seem to be confused about who that person is.
Oh, dang. That's, wow, that's revelatory. Because...
To say, Your Royal Highnesses, the photographer is ready.
Thank you.
Wow, that was tough. He says, you seem confused as to think that you are the person that everybody is to be revolved around. When it is not you. Every single person in that family feels like you. Except the queen. Because the queen is the queen. And she gets all of the attention. That's why she can say she don't want to meet you. And there's nothing you can do about it. That's insane to be in a family like that, though. Where everybody should be cared for mutually and loved equally. But it is not the case in the royal family. The sovereign is the head of the family, but not in the sense that we would think about heads of families, where he takes care of, loves, endures, but instead, she's the one who gets everything. That's insane. Well, I tell you what, dude, that is a sad life. That whole ending thing, that really captured me, man. A lot of stuff that's going on, it's tough, it's hard, but sometimes people just don't understand what they're getting into. And I think, not to say that it's right or fair, but doggone, man. I guess I didn't see it happening the same way. If you think about it, sometimes it feels like this show is not about the queen, but it's about everyone that's around the queen. Because if you think about it, it's like Philip's life. We talked about Philip through the first couple seasons, and how he had to come to the fact that the queen was the most important. And then now it's like this next season is just about how Diane has to come to the fact that the queen is the most important. Man, that's crazy, dude. That is insane. And I don't know what to think about that and how to think about that, because in the show, the queen is a really good woman, man. She cares about her country and duty, and she loves her kids, but it's a different, I don't know, it's a different way that she thinks about them. She loves them and cares for them and wants them to be healthy and doing well. That was a great episode when it showed her going to all 4 of her kids. But dude, this is incredible. How could you be in a family like that, you know, where it is all about the crown, the sovereign. I mean, that episode with the kids that they shipped off and said they were dead so they wouldn't mess with the blood of the royal. Boy, everything truly is for the benefit of the sovereign. That's a tough life, man. For all the people who are cursed / blessed to be born in it. Right. Appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you whenever the next season comes out here soon. Now I can watch some of the commercials to see what it's about, because I've been holding off so I didn't get any spoilers, even though it's like quote unquote true. So it's already happened, but I don't know anything about it. So oh man, I'm excited. Yeah, for the next season. It's gonna be cool. But yeah, I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.